A very good afternoon to one and all. This video is for class 8 biology, and the topic is today's chapter is we know we have started the chapter reproduction in animals, and the today's topic is menstruation and fertilization. Now, before going to menstruation and fertilization, first we need to know what is menstruation. Menstruation is the cyclical bleeding, which is occurring every month in the human female, in the uterus, in the female reproductive system of the mammals, especially in the human females. So what happens here? I have made the rough diagram of the female reproductive system. So what happens through the ovary when the egg will be released and the egg will reach the fallopian tube? There will be a huge supply of blood in the uterus of the human female, so that if the released egg or released ovum is fertilized, then the baby could hold in the uterus. Then it could hold the baby in the uterus. But at the same time, if the egg is not fertilized, then the uterus wall will shed off and the egg will be coming out through the reproductive system, especially through the vaginal area. Now, there are two things. The cyclical change, this menstrual cycle or menstruation or menstrual cycle, both are same thing. The cyclical change will occur every month. This cyclical change will be occurring every month in the human female, every month. Means if the right ovary is releasing the egg in the first month, then in the second month, the left ovary will be releasing the egg. So in each and every approximately 28 to 31 days, the menstrual cycle will occur. Now what will happen when the egg will be released and it will be going to the fallopian tube? Then what will happen is the moment the egg will reach to the fallopian tube, the uterus wall will become very much thick because of the supply of the blood vessels. Now when the supply of the blood vessels takes place in the uterine wall, finally what will happen? If the egg fertilize, the uterus will carry the baby. If the egg not fertilize, uterine wall will shed and the egg will come down through bleeding, which is known as the menstrual flow, and it will occur within 3 to 5 days. It will occur 3 to 5 days. It will be there, the menstrual flow will be there 3 to 5 days. Now what happens when this thing will take place? One thing is sure, that the human female is reproductively healthy. Now apart from that, we are having also topic menarche. Menarche means at the puberty age, means between the 11 to 13 years of age, when the female is getting the first menstrual cycle, is called as menarche. Then ovulation. What is ovulation? Ovulation means when the ovary is releasing the egg, which is happening at the 14th day of menstrual cycle. At the 14th day of menstrual cycle, the ovulation will occur where the ovary will release the egg. Menopause. Menopause means the permanent stoppage of the menstrual cycle, which is occurring at the age of 45 to 50. Permanent stoppage of the menstrual cycle. There will be no further menstrual cycle occurred at the age of 45 to 50. Then lactation. What is lactation? Lactation means that if the lady is pregnant and after 9 months she is delivering the baby, that time the mammary glands, that is the breast, will start secreting milk for the baby. The baby will drink the mother's milk. That is lactation. But that is only possible once when the lady is pregnant, and lactation will be occurred when the delivery will be happening. Without delivery, no lactation will be taking place. No lactation will be taking place. Lactation will be only occurred when the delivery is there, when the delivery will be happened. Now, and delivery is only possible when the lady is pregnant. Fine. After 9 months, she shall deliver the child, and then slowly the breast will start secreting the milk which the baby can drink. Now, next is the fertilization. Fertilization means when the sperm will fuse up with the ovum present in the fallopian tube. Means the fusing up of the sperm with the ovum which is present in the fallopian tube is called as fertilization. How it happens? When during mating, when during sexual intercourse or mating, what happens? The sperm will be deposited into the vagina of the human female, and this sperms will swim across the cervix, it will pass the uterus, and it will go to the fallopian tube to fertilize the ovum. And once the ovum is fertilized, slowly the fertilized ovum will come and it will settle down in the uterus. And that is known as implantation. Only the fertilized ovum, means once the sperm fused up with the ovum, only the fertilized ovum will implant itself into the uterus. If the ovum is not fertilized, it will come out through bleeding during the menstrual flow. Now, pregnancy is a 9-month period, or we can say 280 days period, when the ovum which was once fertilized is now implanted into the uterus. Ovum which was once fertilized has now been implanted into the uterus, and now that fertilized ovum will slowly grow into a zygote, and then it will slowly grow into an embryo. And after 9 months, a human baby will be delivered, either boy or a girl. That is what. Now, one thing to be note down, that whenever we are talking about menstruation, we only means that menstruation means the perfect reproductive health of a human female. If a human female is having menstrual cycle every month, then we can consider that human female is basically reproductive healthy. Now, if the human female is not having menstruation every month, means either two of the possibility, either reproductive weakness or the particular lady is pregnant. Because pregnancy can temporarily stop the menstrual cycle till 9 months, till the delivery of the baby, till the delivery of the human baby, the menstrual cycle will be stopped. Means pregnancy can stop the menstrual cycle at least for 9 months. So what happens? Menarche, that is the first occurrence of menstrual cycle at the time of puberty, that is during the age of 11 years to the age of 14 or 15 years. Then ovulation means formation of the ovum, or releasing of the ovum. Ovulation is the releasing of the ovum from the ovary. Menopause, permanent stoppage of the menstrual cycle. Lactation, after the pregnancy and after the delivery, when the child is delivered, the breast or the mammary glands of the human female or any mammal's female or any females from the mammals category will start to secrete the milk. And once the milk has been secreted, it will feed the baby. So what happens? For lactation, pregnancy as well as delivery both are needed. Both are needed for lactation. But when we are talking about menstruation, we have to think firstly one thing, that menstruation is not a simple process. It's a process, it's a complex process where lots of hormones are also involved. Due to the presence of hormones only, the ovary will release the ovum. Due to the presence of hormones only, if the ovum will die, then if the ovum is not fertilized, surely within 2 to 3 days it will die, and uterus will start to shed, and through the bleeding, the ovum will come out of the body. But it will not store there in the body. The ovum will only store when it will be fertilized. If at all it is not fertilized, it will come out through the bleeding. And fertilization, when the sperm is deposited into the vagina of the human female during the mating, that time what happens? The sperm will cross the cervix area, that is the neck of the uterus. It will slowly reach to the fallopian tube where the ovum is present. There it will fertilize the ovum, and the fertilized ovum will slowly come out of the fallopian tube, and it will set itself into the uterus, and there it will grow as a zygote. From zygote it will grow to a embryo, and then it will grow to a human baby. And after 9 months, the time is taken by the human baby developed in the uterus, and after 9 months the baby will be delivered out of the human female body, and that is a perfect human baby, so a fully mature human baby. So I think till here it's clear. Just go through the text, and if any doubts you can ask. Thanks a lot.